TUI sees a bright summer ahead despite higher prices. The German group said 60% of the summer programme has been sold so far, in line with last year's level. And prices had risen by 4% on average. Like other travel firms, Europe's largest tour operator hopes the warmer months will beat pre-pandemic levels. That's despite economic uncertainty, delays in plane deliveries and rising jet fuel prices. TUI sees positive trends continuing in the second half. Its outlook comes after it reported stronger than forecast results in the usually less busy winter period. Its revenue rose by 16% to a record $3.9 billion in the quarter as cruises and hotels performed well. The company lowered its operating loss in the January to March period to $205 million, better than forecast.
First Minister of Wales Vaughan Gething became the first black leader in Europe when he took office in March. But its election doesn't mean racism is over in the United Kingdom. Quite the opposite, in fact, according to Gething, who says he believes people have become more divided and overt in their racist views than before.
During the leadership contest, on virtually every piece of social media that went out for my campaign, there'd be a stream of messages underneath it that were questioning my right to be here, and some were just much more overt than that. You definitely see a change in tone where people are happier to say things out loud they would not have said in 2005, for example.
In an interview with Reuters, Gething pointed to social media as a giant platform for divisive forces to wage culture wars. Although UK politics have become more diverse, Britain's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is of Indian descent, and until recently, the position of Scottish First Minister was held by Humza Yousaf of Pakistani heritage. In the 2019 general election, 66 members of parliament voted in were of ethnic minority background, compared to 15 in 2005. While analysts have predicted the next parliament, after a vote expected later this year, to be the most diverse ever. But as 50-year-old Gething steps up to lead the Welsh government, racial inequality is deepening in Britain. Average incomes as a ratio of the poverty line fell by 6% over the last decade for black and minority ethnic people, compared to 1% for white people, according to a 2022 report by equality think tank Runnymede. The disparity is highest in Wales, where minorities are 3.5 times more likely to be living in poverty than their white compatriots. Gething says that points to the issue of class divides more than race in Wales, but acknowledged more needs to be done in both areas.
There's a reason why we've got an anti-racist Wales action plan, because we recognise that we need to do more. And we're coming up to reviewing the first couple of years of it. That will look at the progress we've made, but also I think this is the really important part. It'll honestly say, where have we not made progress and what more do we still need to do? Because I'd never pretend that my election means everything is fine for black people in Wales.
He says he wants to put in place plans to grow the Welsh economy, in particular around the renewable energy industry, and to put more money into public services. But more than that, Gething says leadership is key, and he wants to make sure the UK does not have a government that fosters division.